Welcome back, Bobcat Country, to the football pregame show. I'm here with Coach Leah. Coach, how you doing?
Doing well, man. Thanks for being here.
Yes, sir. So Bobcats, it's that time of the year again. Big rivalry game against the Vela SaberCats. You know, this is always one that, you know, we all look forward to.
Yeah, it's a big week, you know, a rivalry week with, you know, various schools here. You know, you got Wesco versus Wesco East. You have Econ versus Edinburgh North. And of course, you have our game against Robert Vela High School.
So then it's an actual rivalry week.
Pretty much throughout our district.
All right. Well, Coach, you know, last week we had a tough first half against a very high-powered Wesco High Panther team, but the second half, you know, we had a lot of bright spots. We had some excellent plays by Shannon Woodard, Adrian Garza, and Josh Gonzalez.
And of course, you know, the quarterback Rolly Abrego throwing the ball up there. You know, it's just been tough because, you know, we've ended up being a second half team. But, you know, some things happen in the first half that we can't recover from, and it becomes difficult. But, you know, we're happy with our kids, and they don't stop fighting, and they keep going to the very end.
It's like you said, you know, the fact that we were able to put up points against a team like that and actually, you know, stop them. We saw a lot of great defensive plays as well, sacks and excellent stops. So, I mean,
yeah, they have a great team, and we came at them with what we could. You know, like you said, Josh had a great catch. Adrian Garza, Rolly put the ball there. Shandon had a good game. Defensively, you know, Emmanuel Duron, number 88, was all over the place on the quarterback and the running backs. You know, the front four played a great game this week. You know, and that's Devin Everett, Emmanuel Duron, Diego Flores, you know, Juan Garza, you know, Adrian Perez. Those guys really put in their work this week, and they gave them fits. And, you know, we just got to get better at what we do. And, you know, it's already late in the season, and it's crunch time. And, you know, we just got to have a game where we play complete game together and make sure things happen. You know, there's still a playoff hunt for us. There's all sorts of possibilities out there, a bunch of scenarios. So, you know, these kids know what they're up against, and we're going to fight for what we want.
Yes, sir. So, again, we're playing the Vela SaberCats this Friday. And Coach, you know, the SaberCats, their only two losses this year are against Wesco High and in district, and McCown Memorial non-district. So Vela, you know, still a team that should not be underestimated whatsoever. Coach, what do you think we need to do to get?
You know, Vela's a very, very tough team, and they, you know, they're coached greatly by Coach John Campbell. He does a great job there with those guys. He's got, you know, he's got some excellent athletes there, and Mr. Sotelo, who's the quarterback, and he just does everything. He's also got two good receivers in Justin Cantu and Kevin Rojas, who make things happen for them. You know, they're a pretty balanced team. They run the ball and pass the ball about 50-50, and, you know, we got our hands full this week. You know, defensively, they run a 3-4 defense, and, you know, Coach Mott does a great job with those kids. He's got some good coaches on his staff with Jody Cantu, and he's got Greg Garcia there as well. You know, so those guys make things happen, and you know, we're going to have to really work hard this week to make sure that we can stay in the battle and be there close to possibly win the game. All right, we've got a couple of guest coaches that you're going to be having on today. The first one we have is Coach Brian Garza, who's another ex-Bobcat that played here. You know, he does a great job with our defensive ends. He works with our defensive line, and you know, he's, like I said, he's an ex-Bobcat, plays here, and coaches now with his brother, MJ Garza. So I'd like to introduce Coach Brian Garza.
All right, Bobcats, so now I'm here with Coach Brian Garza. Coach, how you doing?
Doing good today. How are you, Jerry?
I'm doing good, Coach.
Awesome.
So Coach Garza here is a defensive ends coach, and he also has a long history with EHS, so want to talk a little bit about that, Coach?
Yeah, so I can remember being a kid going to watch the Bobcat games. My older brother was a linebacker here, so I would go watch him when I was at South, and then when I was coming up, came to the school here, played D-line from 07 to 09. I was on the D-line. Left, went to school, went to go coach at another school, and then Coach Leah came in. I got an opportunity to come back home, and I jumped at it immediately. Nothing better than being here at the Red, White, and Blue, the home and the pride of Edinburgh. So.
All right, so Coach, obviously we're facing a tough Vela team this Friday.
Yes, sir.
You know, that game, you know, anything can happen in a rivalry, so what do you think we need to do?
Well, we just need to go out there and fight every play. You know, you go out there and you take one play at a time, one snap at a time, and you try to win your one-on-one battle. It's like what Coach tells these kids: you have a 1/11 every time, and I tell my guys, you have to beat the guy across from you every time. You're not knowing the way the game works. No one's gonna have a perfect game, but if you go out there and you win the majority of those battles and you take it one play at a time, you have one bust, you have one mistake, you gotta forget about it and move on to the next. There's nothing to just learn from it and move on to the next. Dwelling on it is just gonna hold you back. So I think if we just go out there and we play with our attitude and our structure of our philosophy of just playing together, working hard, and just going out and fighting every snap, we should give it a heck of a game. And like you said, it's a rivalry week. Anything can happen. We had a great game against them last year, and we just want to go out there and perform to the best of our abilities. And I think the kids will be hyped for it this week.
Speaking of hype, Coach, you always get me hyped up every time. You're hyping up the players at halftime. So, it makes me want to put on some pads, Coach.
Yeah, I got a little craziness in me, I guess, though, that I kind of carry on the field a little bit. Coach likes high energy, and I like high energy, so I try to carry that with me. And I think the kids like it, so I keep going with it as the years go on.
So, Coach, anything else for the fans?
Just we appreciate all y'all's support. Come and support the Red, White, and Blue, the home of and the true home of Edinburgh football is here in Bobcats. Over 100 years of philosophy, tradition, and structure. It's a great game, great rivalry, and we'll see you on Friday night.
All right, Coach, see you then.
We'll see you later, brother.
I'd like to introduce Javi Reese, our next guest coach. Javi used to coach with us at Economides when we first opened the school at Economides under Coach Oscar Salinas. And, he does a really good job with our fullbacks. And he's also our equipment manager, so that takes a lot of time off his hands. But Javi does a great job for the Bobcats, and we appreciate having Javi here. Our next guest speaker will be Coach Javi Reese.
All right, Bobcats, so now I'm here with Coach Reese. Coach, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Coach.
Awesome.
So real quick, Coach, you obviously have some history here as well at Edinburgh High, so you want to briefly talk about that?
Definitely. I've been here for the past 4 years. I came in when Coach Leha took over here. I had the pleasure of working on earlier in my career there at Economides, so it was awesome there, and touched base with him once he got the job here, and I was fortunate for him to bring me on over.
All right. So Coach, you're the halfbacks coach?
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So, obviously we're facing a tough SaberCat team on Friday. What do you think we need to do to get ready for them?
I think the kids will get ready for the game. They'll be amped up. It's a rivalry game. It's a big game for them, So. We're gonna hit the week a little harder this week. We're gonna get after it, and of course we're gonna play to the very end, like we always do. The players that I coach are the halfbacks. They're small guys. They get asked to do a lot of stuff. They get asked to block a bigger, defensive end type guy. They get to block an inside linebacker type deal, and then they'll get out on the perimeter and block guys out there in space. So it's a very unselfish position for them to play, and a lot of times they don't get the ball a lot. A lot of times they'll get the ball thrown to them a little bit here and there. So, but it's a very unselfish position that I love to coach. Because it's that quiet type of guy that really doesn't want too much. But at the same time they're hard workers.
Anything else for the fans, Coach?
Definitely come out, support us. We appreciate you guys, everything that y'all do, from the Booster Club to the band to the fans on the stands. Come out and enjoy the game Friday night, Bobcat Pride.
All right, thanks for being on the show, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right, well then, Coach, we want to wish you the best of luck this week. We're hoping for a great game, and it's always a game to look forward to. Big rivalry game. Real quick, Bobcats, it's going to be a red out as always. So let's see it's still our house. Even though we're on the visitor side, let's make it completely red. And we also have the Dairy Queen Blizzard battle going on. Make sure that you go out in full force and buy the Bobcat Blizzard, I believe.
Yeah, you can't forget about the Blizzard battle. Yeah, that's a big one right now.
We won last year against the Cougars, so we got to win this year against the SaberCats. So, Coach, anything else?
Hey, thank you for all your support. We appreciate everybody that's out there supporting the Bobcats. Hope you have a great week. Bobcat Pride.
Bobcat Pride.